Oxventurers, give a warm welcome to Luke, Ellen, Johnny, Andy, Jane, and Mike. Ladies and gentlemen, let the Oxventure begin!
And the Love You Corazon cry. There it is, there it is. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Oxventure. I am Corazon de Baena, the human pirate rogue, the hero of all Crim's Night, commander of the Skeleton Army. Some call him the Baba Yaga. Others call him the Weaver of Dreams. He's a mysterious man, but once you get to know him, really lovely guy to hang out with. Very handsome. Oh, fine, all right.
I am Egbert, the Dragonborn Paladin, on an ongoing search for redemption and atonement, and yeah, let's see how that goes today. The whole murdering of a load of orphans last time didn't sit particularly well with me, so yeah, let's hope for
that's on
fewer
Dob.
orphan deaths.
That's on Dob.
I'm Prudence, the Tiefling Warlock. Thank you! And I'm here searching for the opposite of redemption and atonement, and whatever that is.
Undemption.
Just demption, and then you redempt
Yes.
later.
Right.
Yeah.
And I am Merylwen, the Wood Elf Druid and cat.
And I am Dob, the half-orc bard.
Woo!
Really, you guys should get a load of this next guy.
Hello, I'm literally everybody else in the world.
Hooray!
Right then, so this latest adventure, mishap, whatever you want to call it, begins 3 days after you were kicked out of the town of Bumble.
Oh, yeah.
No one remembers why that was.
Oh, it was because of that skeleton army used to kill all those orphans. Do you remember the orphans?
Oh, yeah.
The orphans he murdered?
Dob unrepresses everything.
So, the last 3 days, it's safe to say, have been tough going. Bumble was already pretty remote to begin with, and you're pushing on into the wilderness. You've been sleeping in hedgerows. You've sort of been living off the land, which I guess to Merylwen, that's kind of
Great, I'm
kinda
loving
great.
Yeah, you two are fine. This is your sort of thing, right?
This is great. Look, I've made a little tool that gets water out a tree. You see,
Hedgerows.
punch it. Yes.
You've seen our hair.
I mean, mine's still fabulous, but everyone else.
Well, it's because you used all the hot water in the shower I made.
All the hot water coming out of the hedgerow.
I heated it.
Okay, good. Thank you. I appreciate that. But can we stop sleeping in hedgerows? I think that's my main
Fine,
goal
you
at the moment.
vain man. If
Fine.
you must have the trappings of civilization, I guess we can move on.
So indeed, as you continue along this sort of windy, dusty road, it's now sort of late spring, starting to come into summer, so it's starting to heat up. It's a muggy day. Everyone's feeling just a bit demoralized, really. You round a bend and you see a little tavern just standing on the road.
Oh, thank God.
Situated there. With a little sign above it that declares it is called the Scratchy Parchment. And there is a sign of a scribe bent over sort of a big roll of parchment. He's copying out some form of tome, and he's just quaffing an ale, just like, bah! It's like cascading down his face. And to all of you, it looks pretty good. So, I don't know, there's a tavern.
Guys, I've never wanted anything more than to drink beer in a tavern right now.
Let's do it.
I've gone. I'm off. I'm across.
Corazon's already in there.
I'm sprinting full tilt towards the tavern.
No, wait, come
You guys can join me if you want.
I follow, I guess. I follow Corazon.
We proceed in a dignified manner behind Corazon.
Yeah.
I follow, assuming Corazon's getting the first round in. It seems so like him to do that.
He's running ahead so that he can just be there with a little G&T by the time.
Oh, guys, I didn't know you wanted any drinks. Oh, I just got this one, but...
We walk in as dignified as we can, bearing in mind how bad we visibly smell.
Okay.
That's canon now.
Hey, I had that shower.
So basically, a group of really dusty, smelly people just crash through the door and run up to the bar and slam their hands down and presumably start clamoring for drinks.
Yes.
So I'll describe the tavern to you very quickly. It is completely empty.
There's
The
no
only
time.
people in it. There's a big window. The light is shining through. Dust motes. A lot of dust motes are sort of just like spinning in the air. You feel like this isn't a place that gets much custom. But to be honest, it doesn't really matter because there is a barman polishing a tankard with a bunch of barrels of ales and bottles of wine behind him. And he says, "Oh, what will your pleasure be?"
I'd like a cocktail with a sparkler in it, please.
Do you have any cocktails with sparklers in them?
he gets out a massive tome and just like, no!
All right, beer it is then, I guess.
Now, I've read a lot about a drink called grog. Could you make me one of those? I hear pirates drink it.
Sure, yeah, but
Can I have a grog? Oh, cool.
Yeah.
All right, I'll have a
Anyone
grog,
else
please.
for any further libations?
So piratey.
I could go for a mead.
Yeah, that sounds nice. I think I'm going to go for that as well.
Mead.
Anything with blood in it.
Anything with blood in it.
We can put blood in anything.
Sold.
All right, and
We can't have a sparkler.
and a beer. He sort of busies himself and gets out all sorts of tankards, pours off some ales, and basically furnishes you with what you asked for. He nips into the back to sort of procure yours. You hear a weird sort of like
Strangles the
shrieking
dog.
noise. You're not quite sure what it is, but when you drink it, it is delicious. And basically, it's everything you wanted. Everyone's just having a lovely drink in a pub, basically.
Can I use dancing lights to make a sparkler effect in Egbert's drink?
Yeah.
Okay, I cast dancing lights on Egbert's drink.
It looks amazing.
I cast prestidigitation to put a little cocktail umbrella in it. Or the illusion of one, at least.
Oh,
Don't look too closely.
I wanted to keep it.
I cast grease on his drink and make it taste terrible.
Oh,
I don't really.
I take it you're magic users then.
Oh, did you notice that? Yeah, I'm a pretty powerful wizard.
Really?
Yeah.
All of you?
Well, mostly me, but these others can do a few little bits and pieces here and there, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I try.
What do you need doing? We'll do magic for free.
Oh.
What?
He does magic for free. If you want grease, it's going to cost you.
Well, I mean, I'd gladly stand you some drinks if you keep showing me your magics, but I'm just intrigued. We don't get many anyones around here, really, so I'm just pleased to meet some fine, interesting folks. What adventures have you been on? What magics have you done?
Well, most recently.
We've done a whole bunch of stuff and we don't need to get into it.
You ever see someone take their thumb apart? Huh? Huh? Magic.
That's impressive.
I know, right? That'll be 5 gold pieces.
How would
He
you...
stands you another drink. It's like, it's a short one. He's like,
Cheers.
don't think that was worth it, but all right.
So I'm slightly curious. Like, how's business? It seems pretty empty around here.
Oh, it's terrible.
And are you all right? Like how are you faring? Okay? Can you keep up the mortgage payments and stuff?
Well, there's a roof over my head, and to be honest with you, we see so few people around here. The mortgage collector's not been round in 2 years, so
So that's ideal.
yeah, we're fine. Don't worry about it. Have another drink.
I
Who's
will.
who's the guy outside having a drink? The scribe fellow. Was that?
On the
Guy
sign.
in the painting.
Oh, that was the sign. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, so in
Corazon, how drunk are you?
Always
didn't drink the
assume
shower
a
water,
base
did
level
you?
of drunkenness, and then any alcohol on top of that just makes me worse and stupider.
how is the grog?
It's strong. Yeah, thank you. I feel like a real pirate.
Good.
for the first time ever.
I am a real pirate, but I also feel like one.
Guys, does this feel too easy? Like we haven't been attacked by magical furniture or.
Can't we just have one adventure where we have a lovely drink in a normal tavern, and everything's fine?
I would love that. But do you not feel like something's a bit weird?
Everybody make me a wisdom perception check.
We were so close to having a nice time.
And then you had to prudence it up.
Not me. It's not me.
That's an 11.
11.
With all my bonuses, I've got a 10.
Okay.
6.
16.
8 minus 1.
Okay. So Egbert and Dob are happily quaffing just another drink. It's like, yeah, this is delicious, having a great
Yes.
time. There are lights coming off my drink. The rest of you realize that your vision is very blurry. Like, not I've had too much to drink blurry, not like, it's basically I think I'm about to pass out blurry.
Oh no.
Wait, let
Shots!
me just check my... No, it's in both eyes, guys. This is bad.
He pours both of you shots. It's like, no, all of you shots. It's like, down the hatch. And
Oh,
like,
God.
I drink the shot.
No,
Guys, don't drink the shots.
no.
I drink Corazon's shot as well. How many more wisdom points can I lose?
It's a fair
Sorry,
point.
I'm metagaming.
Guys, I think there's something wrong with these drinks. My vision's going all funny.
Yeah, mine too.
Call yourself a pirate?
Maybe we should get a Diet Coke with an E on the end of a diet.
A ye old
A ye
diet.
oldie Diet Coke. It's an old recipe.
Yeah.
Well, you know, like water.
What we should do is like have 1 pint of poison and then 1 pint of water.
Yes.
And just alternate throughout the night.
Yes.
So that we feel okay.
Yes. Barkeep, pints of water all round, please. And no poison in it this time, you rascal.
What do you mean poison in it this time?
You're obviously poisoning us. Poisoning all of us.
Sir, his voice kind of like brr, like blurs in your ears.
What's wrong with your voice, man?
Bob's the first one to pass out. He just keels over off the back of his stool.
I try investigating the drink. Blurry vision and
Okay, roll me
all the
intelligence.
rest.
Roll me intelligence investigation. Let's see how this goes.
Oh, it's a 3.
You, everyone sees Prudence suddenly look very interested in the bottom of her drink and then just keep going. And she slumps gently onto the bar. And one by one,
I see this unfolding and I cast Featherfall on myself.
So, we're accepting that there's time to cast a spell. You could attack the guy. No, I'm unconscious, never mind me.
Yeah, but I don't want to mess up this, you know. I've got to make.
it's canon now. Corazon tips over off his stool. And what, do you float down to the ground?
It slows my descent and I land taking no falling damage.
Brilliant.
Pretty sweet.
Basically, everyone who's still conscious is like, oh, I must be really messed up because they watch Corazon fall to the ground in slow motion. And he hits the deck. And sure enough, one by one, I know this feels railroady, but all of the Oxventurers black out.
Ooh.
Time passes, obviously.
Investigate the blackness.
You all sort of start to wake up.
You wouldn't be you, Corazon, at the end of all things.
Oh no, I'm trapped in limbo with Dob.
So, yeah, basically, Dob, your eyes slowly open and you see Corazon similarly stirring and kind of like pulling himself up. He is on a stone floor with like some hay strewn around him. And between you and him are 2 thick sets of bars because you are similarly in a cell. There's a little corridor across the way. And yeah, it looks like you're both done been imprisoned. Unfortunately.
Oh, in prison again.
I've never been in prison before. This sucks. What do we do?
Ideally, we would escape, but if not, wait here for 20 or 30 years. And then they just let you go.
Cool. Anyway, here's Wonderwall.
Okay. You know other songs, right?
Well, not as well as Wonderwall.
Oh, okay.
And then
I try and fit through the bars.
try and fit through the bars. Okay.
Imagine, though. Grease me up.
I'm gonna investigate the cells first of all. I'm just gonna cast my eye about, you know, see what kind of a bar, what kind of a door, what kind of a locked situation we're looking at.
Fair enough. Yep. Roll me intelligence investigation.
Okay, well, that's a 6, but
Okay.
I feel like my mind has been like honed by the time I spent unconscious. So really, I'm a lot more perceptive than I would usually
Definitely
be.
how it works.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. Well, you are definitely in a prison cell.
Cool.
Definitely worked out that 3 of the walls are stone, and 1 of them is bars, and there is no natural light in the room.
All right.
But you slowly wake up and find yourself in a very similar state. Needless to say, all of you, as you wake up, are without your weapons. You're just in your normal clothes, and you're like, oh, this ain't good. You see Merylwen across the way, sort of, yeah, looking a bit the worse for wear, maybe experiencing her first hangover in how many 100 years old are you?
I'm 99.
You're 99.
Not quite turn of the century yet.
Well, it was a good innings without a hangover, let's call it that.
I vomit ostentatiously.
Merylwen, I want you to make me an acrobatics check.
Oh no!
And we'll call this a 10.
Okay.
Did you vomit through the bars?
Everywhere.
Oh.
His face is quite like long and pointy. It's like a funnel.
Imagine a sort of a 15-foot cone. Not a vomit.
Yeah, Merylwen is comprehensively covered in vomit. Prudence, you've woken up, and basically you have a view out of your cell
Okay.
down a sort of like a short, stubby corridor with a door at the end, a big door.
Okay.
And you think you can see 2 sets of bars, sort of like there, and there. And then at the far one, you just see this jet of something that looks horrible, kind of
Wait,
just...
wait, wait.
Ugh.
I recognize that vomit. Egbert, is that you?
Is there a cocktail spiraling?
Leaves an imprint around Merylwen on the wall.
Guys, are you in these other cells?
Yeah, hi everyone.
Oh, hey.
Hey.
I'm over here. I can see Dob. He's playing Wonderwall.
I was just telling Corazon he should grease me up so that I can use some tumbling and contortion tricks to try and squeeze through the bars.
You should try that.
I'm like half the size of you. Why don't I grease myself up?
How wide are the bars?
They are like emotive acting through prison cell bars distance.
Okay.
I can
You
get
know what I mean?
through
Like,
that.
So like cat-sized.
Oh.
yeah, or like a greased up half orc who's struggling, yeah.
I say we try the greased up half orc.
Okay, I'll be the backup. That's fine. I want to see this.
Yeah, because your fur will get all matted with sick, and it'll just be horrible. It'll take ages to get out. So, let's try the let's try the greased up Dob.
All right, I lift one leg up to my head.
What?
What? Are you going to do
say-
the splits through the bars?
Yeah, I'm gonna split through it like
Do you
this.
want to wait till, like, do you want me to grease you first, or are you just going to go for it?
Grease me as it happens.
All right.
Fall towards the bars.
Grease. Like
Right,
Spider-Man
Christopher
firing...
in the bars.
I fire greases.
Okay, the following things happen. Corazon,
never
as
good,
you
is
get
it?
in touch with like the inner reserves of magic energy you have,
So much magic.
bring up your hands to do your patented grease attack. And where you feel like grease should be sort of flying from your hands, really, or materializing in the world, instead you feel something invasive just sort of like snatching that energy away from you. It's like, you know when you're standing still and someone goes, "Buh!" and you're like, that happens. What
grease
doesn't
isn't working.
What doesn't happen is Dob does not get greased up, and so he sort of does a weird cartwheel
Go for it, guys.
into some bars.
Oh.
Hang
Ow.
on, maybe I'm not close enough. Let me get closer.
No, you're in a jail cell. Space is relative, I guess. But
Well, I'm out of
basically,
ideas.
as you try to do it again, nothing. You feel the energy leaving you, and indeed, as you try and cast grease, the whole floor around you and the walls of the cell light up in like this weird blue, almost runic script. All of these weird like glyphs kind of go up the wall and like travel from your feet outwards and up, and then they focus on a small point above you in the ceiling. Everyone else can see that there is a weird sort of pipe connecting from the top of Corazon's cell that similarly it lights up, and you see this energy traveling off through the wall and into some other part of the building.
No.
Guys.
They're siphoning your magic juice.
Siphoning off my... Guys, I haven't been doing magic for long, but is this normal? Does this happen?
This means that
Well-
I think our magic's being blocked, which is the worst possible news because we're going to have to rely on our wits.
Oh my god. This is the one thing we didn't want to happen.
And you had to spec for magic.
Okay, guys, all we need to do is think really hard about it. All right, I'm going to start clawing at the walls because maybe some of the stone is a sort of soft limestone. I start digging. Look, if it's going to take years and years, we may as well start now.
Okay.
Has anyone got like a hairpin or something like that they might not have taken away?
Pick tools. Someone's got a lot of pick tools.
Come on.
I think all of my equipment's been taken
all of
from
it.
me.
You never know. It could be something hidden away.
No, nothing. I've got a hair tie, but that's elastic.
You do all this without hairpins.
Yeah, I know, right? It's
Incredible.
impressive.
It's amazing.
Yeah, I'll
Let's
show
talk
you
about
sometime.
Yeah.
Egbert, you're done vomiting.
Yes.
Thanks.
Are you?
I mean, I think, but a bacon sandwich wouldn't go amiss sometime soon.
Something occurs to you. You
For once.
don't. Yeah, it's taking you a little while. You're sort of not on the stone floor like you presume everyone else is from what you can see of Merylwen's cell. You're sort of like in a bathtub full of ice.
Oh my god, they've stolen your organs.
You needed
I
those.
checked myself for scarring.
There appears to be some form of poultice sort of on your left
Oh my
side.
god.
They stole
Yeah?
Egbert's organs!
That's just sort of something that occurs to you. I don't know if you're
Cool.
sitting-
How's it going over there, Egbert? All good?
Someone's been in my body and taken some organs, I think.
Well, better out than in.
Better
Better out than in does not apply to organs.
All right.
I think, guys, we should all just check ourselves over for scars.
Yeah.
Make sure that, as I hope, this only happened to Egbert. I pat myself down, looking for scars that weren't there before.
It's all still here.
Everyone else seems to be fine.
Oh, thank God. All right.
Egbert, what do you think they've taken? Is it maybe like a fire gland or something?
Yeah, can you breathe fire? Can you melt the bars?
That's not magic. That's
like-
all Egbert.
Have they taken your fire bladder? Is that a thing you have?
I've done.
Is it a bladder or a gland or
I mean,
a
I wouldn't have
node?
thought it'd be on my back. Like down here. I feel like maybe it's a kidney or something. I assume I still have kidneys. It's a kidney.
Egbert, can you melt the bars with fire?
I'll give it a go.
But can you get out of the bathtub and move around, or is
No.
that? No. Okay. You're going to breathe
in
fire
here.
from the bathtub.
Yes.
Okay.
Presumably it's full of vomit, because
No, the vomit all cleared the bathtub and ended up in Merylwen's cell.
my mistake.
Like a big funnel.
I'm going to try and breathe fire and see what happens.
Okay, all right, yeah.
I lean up in the bathtub, inhale deeply, and attempt to belch something other than puke all over the bars.
Okay.
I hide.
Presumably you get a sense of what he's about to try and do. Merylwen sort of like ducks down. I mean, dragon vomit's probably not flammable. That's just a health and safety risk.
Caustic, though. Really caustic.
You manage to, surely enough, breathe fire. That does not seem to be, that's not been taken from you, that ability.
Good.
Then it is just your kidneys. That's good.
How
Good
much
news.
damage does the fire breath do?
It does a 2d6 damage on a failed save, which I assume the bars aren't going to roll.
Yeah,
Saving
no,
throw.
to be honest, if the bars succeeded in a dexterity saving throw, they wouldn't be doing their jobs anymore anyway. So, yeah, roll 2d6.
Okay. First one is a 4.
Huh?
Second one is a 1.
Okay. To be fair, they do sort of start to warp, and the cell doesn't look as secure as it was before.
I immediately grip the bars and try and pry them open while they're still hot.
Okay, cool. We will make this a strength check.
Let me just check what cool race bonuses humans have. Doesn't matter.
We can call this strength athletics. If you have athletics, you can.
I have strength.
Okay.
I have +4 strength.
Okay, well, just, roll yourself a d20, add
Okay.
4.
All right.
Call this, okay.
That is a 9 +4 for a 13.
Okay, they give a little bit, but not loads. What
Okay.
they do make is a sort of squealing noise as the bars sort of start to turn in the stones above your head, and you start to hear some footsteps sort of like clonking down the hall.
I also make a squealing noise as my kidneys ache as I try and pull them apart.
Yeah, fair. Your stitches hold, so that's good.
Sweet.
God.
But the door is kicked open by sort of a surly guard. He's like, "What's going on in here then?" And he is the quintessential, like, burly, paunchy, like, just not really taking care of himself prison guard with a really big belt with, like, just a really big row of keys on it, like, ring of keys on it. He's like, "You're not supposed to be doing that, bending the bars."
Come over here, I've got something to tell you.
Make me a charisma persuasion check.
+2 charisma. Oh, and a 16 for 18 total.
I had that set in my head as a 15, so yeah, fair enough. He's like, "You better not be pulling a fast one."
No, I just want you to have a look at this. I've got this scar. I was wondering if you could... It looks like it might be getting infected, and like really it's going to start stinking up the place. Could you come and have a quick look at the scar?
You get the sense that he's not really seen many Dragonborns before, so he is a bit like, so he sort of leads with his front foot. He's like, edges closer and closer.
No, it's very similar to human anatomy. I mean, I'm a humanoid. Yeah. No,
Yeah.
if you look, what's really amazing about dragon anatomy, and I grab him by the lapel and jam his face into the bars.
Okay. All right then.
Burn him! Burn him!
I have to get back in the bath and rest if I want to burn anything else. So.
That's true. Let's have a nice little ice nap. I'm gonna have to call this dexterity to grab hold of him, I think. 'Cause
Okay.
He is quite wary of you.
All right.
You're
That's
looking.
only +1, but
You're looking to beat a 12.
12 +1. Okay. 20.
Whoa.
Crit.
Crit, crit.
You're not sure how you do it. You did it, but basically, where you meant to sort of slam his body against the bars, you just sort of pull him through. Whoop! Oh. And now he's in there with you, looking terrified.
I'm not trapped in here with you.
You're trapped in here with me.
He's just sort of standing there like,
Let's have a little chat. What the ruddy hell is going on here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I might ask you the same question.
I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now.
I'm sure Egbert's got this down the other end of the prison.
Oh, Egbert's here.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Didn't you see all the vomit?
I said maybe.
I'm just a guard. I just guard the things. It's not my business why you're in here. You must.
Yes, but you know about it, don't you? It's not your business, but you know.
That's as well be, yeah.
Go on then, tell me. Or I'll use my little prison punching bag forever. For a year sentence.
Make me a charisma intimidation check. We'll call that a 10.
19.
Whoa.
It's a sort of a legal operation where we sort of just like imprison people who are either magic users or have interesting organs, and then we sort of sap all their magic energy out and sometimes harvest their organs. Sorry.
They took your interesting organs.
You will be sorry.
Those are my interesting organs to steal.
You see him sort of craning back, be like, who said that?
Oh, someone without interesting organs. It doesn't matter.
Hey, my organs are very interesting, I'll have you know. Not in a weird way.
Next order of business. How do we get out of here? Those keys, perhaps?
Yeah, you've got me at a severe disadvantage here, actually. I was going to ask, do you want the keys now, or did you plan to kill me and take them?
Well, you sort of answered your own question, so give me the keys now, and we'll see how things go after that.
Sort of unloops the ring and sort of holds it up, jangling. Basically, the rest of you are like, can't hear everything they're saying, but it sounds like it's going well. You hear the telltale inviting jingle of lots and lots of keys.
Yeah? I'm gonna need to know which one opens this cell.
Sort of reaches out again, like grabs hold of the right one. The jingling gets bigger. He's like, it's that one.
Okay, thanks. I reach through, unlock the cell.
And leave forever.
Grab him by the scruff of the neck and walk him to each cell, asking him to unlock all of the other cells. Please, thank you.
Smart.
He does that. He sort of just slowly sort of unlocks everyone. He doesn't make eye contact with anybody. He's just sort of looking at his feet. And then he does it all, and you see his shoulders slump. He's like, this is it. This is it for me.
Me too, I can't live on the outside.
You're institutionalized.
This doesn't have to be the end for you. Come with us.
No, don't. What? No. He will not fit in a papoose dog.
I know there's good in you, jailer I just met. See it in your eyes. You didn't want to do this. You don't want to be doing this. Help us. Help us get out. Help us get our stuff back.
Help us get Egbert's bits back.
Yeah. Egbert's interesting organs.
Swim bladder.
Oh, God, make me a charisma persuasion check. We'll call this a 15.
Oh.
Oh, it's an
18 plus, it doesn't matter. What's your name, by the way? Seeing as we're going to be spending some time together.
Probably a good and interesting, well thought out name, I expect.
Yep. Probably a really surprising and interesting name.
Yeah.
Lots of syllables.
I feel like you're a Christopher. I'm getting like a Christopher kind of vibe.
I quite like an Engelbert.
Christopher Engelbert.
Yeah.
The 17th.
Yes. Stop me if I'm wrong, but Christopher Engelbert the 17th?
That's uncanny, sir.
They said I couldn't do magic anymore. Look at that cold read.
Okay, buddy.
Yep.
You know where our stuff is. Where is it? Let's go get it.
Yep.
Who's your boss also? And how many other guards are there? Loads of questions.
And is there a shower anywhere?
Oh, now we're out the cells. I cast prestidigitation on...
Can't cast magic. They're
Not yet.
taking the magic thing.
I thought it was only in
Even in the corridor, the floor
yeah,
lights
yeah,
up. You feel some energy get sapped away from you and taken off to parts unknown. He's like, yeah, sorry about that.
You're giving them extra energies.
Is there like an off switch for that, or...? Do you know the code or something?
Hang on,
He sort of just gestures at himself like, I'm an unnamed guard.
Right.
I can read druidic stuff.
Yeah.
Can I have a look and see what might be written upon the stones?
Yeah, absolutely. Make me an intelligence investigation check.
20.
Whoa!
Crit, 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 crit.
Plus 1.
It is. It's not actually written in Druidic, but you've looked at enough things that might be Druidic to know when you're up against some pretty serious magics here. You reckon this is the work of like an advanced sorcerer who set out in this place to do precisely one thing and has done that to like an incredible level of finesse. Every inch of this place is covered in this script, and it all just sort of coalesces to increase the power of the place and to one end to siphon the magic away from magic users. It's basically like the magic equivalent of having like underfloor heating and like a really nice ring light around the bathroom mirror.
Nice.
And like one of those showers where you can control the temperature from the wall while you're brushing your teeth. Like this is
Ooh,
like,
fancy.
I respect it.
Yeah.
Don't like
it's a
it.
good evil
I
dungeon.
respect
Gotta
it.
respect it.
Are there
Thanks to Egbert,
pipes?
it's a wet
Are there,
room.
like, is there a magic siphon? Is there like a pipe system? There's like plumbing.
Yes.
Can we follow the magic plumbing, perhaps to the source of the magic juice stealer?
I think, yes,
Good
yes,
idea.
you absolutely
Right.
can.
Guys,
Right.
look at those pipes. Let's follow the pipes to the source of the magic juice.
Okay, well,
Let's tie this guy up.
Whoa. Yes. Christopher.
Just rough him up a bit.
My organs!
Look, Christopher knows the layout of this place. We don't know where we are.
We can bring him with us, but he should be tied up.
No,
Like,
that's
tie
right.
his hands together.
all right. That is a
At the
compromise.
very least.
All right, I take Christopher's head in my hands and I make very intense eye contact and I say, Christopher, you don't know it yet, but this is the best day of your life. Now we have to tie you up. But just be chill about it. We are gonna... your new life begins today, Christopher. You can dream the impossible. You can do it. And we're here to help that happen. And then I tie up Christopher. I tie up his hand behind his back and I say, Christopher, we're following these pipes. On the way, I want you to tell us who your boss is and how many other guards are there in this place. Still, the eye contact remains.
Oh, Christ.
Does Christopher have a weapon on him?
He has a cudgel, like a little teeny tiny like...
All right, I'm having that. I'm having it.
Okay.
I pull a
Arm
very
myself
bad,
with the
I pull
cudgel.
a very bad cop face and look at Christopher and go,
I mean, I can tell you everything you need to know to get through the facility, but it's really not worth me telling you who my employer is.
Why?
Because she's a lot scarier than you are, frankly.
What's her name?
This is exactly what I'm talking about, actually. He's not pointing. This is exactly what I'm talking about,
With
actually.
the eyebrows, yeah.
Yeah. I make a vaguely threatening motion with the cudgel, and I'm like,
Ooh.
still scarier than me, is she? And then I sort of do that.
Yeah.
Guys, this is serious.
Hey,
All right, how many other people are in this prison facility? Is it just the 5 of us? Are there more we can free? Can we start an uprising?
You trying to lay me as this?
You'll have to promise not to hurt me.
Yeah. Well, I mean, let's hear it first. No, yeah, we promise, Christopher.
He promises.
I promise not to hurt you, Christopher.
I have my fingers behind my back
Yeah.
in a cross and go, yeah, I promise.
I feel like your crossed fingers are sort of just like checking on the stitches, being
Yeah.
like, am I still okay?
Yeah.
There are more cells. There are more like you. I'm sorry.
Amazing. Why don't we go to the other cells and break those people out?
What if they're bad people?
We're bad people.
Yeah, I know, but what if they're the wrong kind of bad people?
Well, like, why don't we go talk to them and find out if they're bad people?
yeah, we
Then
can go
make-
talk to them and...
have to let them out.
Yeah, exactly. They can't get us with magic or anything.
They didn't.
We are worse people
You
if we
know-
don't let them out.
Yeah, and you know, if it turns out that they're all people that we have wronged in the past, we can just leave them there and it's fine.
Good plan. Let's go to these other cells. Lead the way, Christopher Engelbert,
All right.
the 17th.
Yeah, Christopher Engelbert, the 17th. Such a good name. that you
Christopher,
have.
on the way, tell me where you're from and
A little backstory about yourself.
About yourself. I want to get emotionally invested in Christopher. Who is Christopher?
Well, he says, trying to open a door with his elbow. I was born...
Yeah, I get that for you, but I've got a bit of back pain at the moment, so I don't want to overexert myself.
Oh, weird. Nothing to do with me.
What happened to turn the other kidney?
Not this
Some
time.
atonement going on over here.
Furious.
They weren't going to take your other kidney, not for a while. You need that.
Outrageous.
We need that. Weird.
He needs that.
I need it to stay
Oh,
alive.
right. Oh, yeah.
To live.
Less weird.
He leads you into the next room and sort of just gives you his entire life story.
Which is?
He was born and raised not that far out of Bumble, but obviously he fell on hard times, because let's face it, everyone in Bumble fell on hard times,
Feel you there,
especially
buddy.
recently.
He used to raise money for the local orphanage.
There's an,
Yeah,
there's
did
an
you go in
awkward...
the orphans?
Oh, he grew up in the orphanage, yeah. There's an awkward pause where he asks after the health of the town now and how its denizens are doing. Do let me
It's
know
good,
when
it's
you've had
good.
enough of his
Fine,
backstory.
it's fine.
Aren't you glad you asked?
He hopes, he's only working in this job actually in the hopes that he can raise enough money to go back and rebuild the orphanage. To the standard that he always dreamed it could
You know what,
be.
Christopher? It doesn't really matter who we used to be. What matters is what we do next.
Oh, okay.
The past in the past.
Well, in that case, here's a chest with all your stuff in it, I guess.
Hooray!
Sure enough, you're in the quintessential antechamber with the chest with all of your inventory in it.
I rummage around looking for my kidney. Not all our stuff.
I spend about 15 minutes unloading various knives and hiding them about my person.
I give him a thank you hug. I'm covered in
covered in
sick. Why are you ahhing?
It's a fair point.
He doesn't look grateful. His... Okay, then.
And we all saw what Egbert was eating yesterday.
Yeah, I saw it
Yeah.
more than most.
Big pile of vomit.
It's the big silver key you want next.
All right, take the silver key and I...
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Oh, you think he's trying to pull
I
something?
mean, I love Christopher dearly. But I feel like perhaps Christopher should be the one to turn the key here.
He's got his hands tied up.
You can, look, you can spin around backwards
Yeah,
and
he's fine.
do it backwards.
All right,
Can he?
Yep.
Yeah. All right, I place the key in Christopher's hands and I turn him round and I move the key by moving Christopher into the lock.
Do you corporeally move him as the lock turns?
I twist Christopher round.
Right.
It's double locked, so he has to go several.
Yeah, Christopher goes through 2 full rotations before you hear the lock give, and you open out into...
Christopher's still in the door when we push the door open.
Upside down.
So Christopher swings out like, eh! And crashes against the other wall as the door sort of comes fully open. And you emerge into a corridor with like a bunch of different cells, like opposite you, or like doors to you presume other cells, because there are pipes coming out of those doors as well. They all sort of meet up in a configuration that then goes onto like a master pipe that is heading that way down the corridor as you emerge into it. There are probably about 11 other doors in this bit.
I'm just now thinking,
Yeah.
these folks might have been here for a very long time. It's possible they've bonded into an 11-unit cohesive whole. You know what I mean? Like, they might all be besties.
Okay.
I'm just saying there's a slim chance that if we free them, they might kill us straight away.
That's what I was saying!
Yeah, but that was then and this is now.
Now it's Dob's idea.
We've got all our stuff, though, so it's fine.
What? Should we go and have a
knock
chat?
on
Why
one
don't we
of the
look at them?
doors.
Yeah, let's go
See
and
who
have
they
a
are,
chat.
maybe.
All right. We size
Pick a door.
up.
I go and knock
Dob's
on
like, we
one
should
of the
kill them all
doors.
now.
I go and knock on one of the doors.
Okay.
They're bars, right? You can look in.
No, it's
is this
a
different?
wooden door like the one you just emerged from.
Ah, right.
Identical.
Oh, I see. They get rooms.
I do the and wait for the.
It doesn't.
They're probably in
Don't hear one.
cells. They're probably in cells. Let's pick a wing, Merowyn, right?
Yeah.
Pick one of these
Why
doors.
don't we ask Christopher knows, right?
Yeah, where are the good magic users? The good ones.
Yeah.
The ones that will help us.
Christopher, there are 11 doors here. What are they? Where do they go?
Other cells.
Yeah.
All of them are other cells?
Yep.
Oh, this is going to take forever, Christopher. All right, where's Gandalf? Which one's he in?
Yeah.
We want him.
Yeah. Where's Gandalf?
Who's Gandalf?
He's like a really good magic guy. Big beard.
Never heard of him.
Never heard of him?
Tell me where is Gandalf, for I much desire to speak with him.
No.
Lady, when you said good magic users, what did you mean?
I mean, you know, idiots who'll side with us when we ask them to.
It's a big question to ask Christopher.
But like, alive, right?
Oh, are they all dead, Christopher?
Alive would be preferable.
They're all dead.
He tries to shrug and accidentally sort of works the key out of the lock.
They had all the magic sucked out of them, and now they're in a near-death-like state.
Are they husks?
Are they husks?
Is it a husk situation?
Are they husks?
How many husks?
Tell us about the husks.
Tell us.
Can we just renew our promise that you're not going to kill me?
Yes, I promise not to hurt you, Christopher.
Fine, I
Look
didn't-
longingly at the cudgel and then say, fine.
Pretty much, yeah. Sorry.
Everyone
Well,
is
it's
husks.
just us.
Not everyone, but
Who's alive? Where are they?
4B, I think.
4B,
Yeah.
which is...
This side, 3 doors down.
All right, we
Prudence.
go over to the door.
This is maybe a long shot, but obviously we can't use our magic now. But if we take some of the husks with us, is there any chance that possibly you could reanimate them using Warlock Infernal Magic late down the line? Is that something you can do? I feel like that's something you could do.
I mean, maybe I could like grind them up and turn them into some sort of magic powder and snort it and become
And see what happens.
powerful. I mean, I'm interested to find out. If you want to take some husks with us, I am fully on board with this plan. Let's take
Aren't
some
they going to
husks.
slow us down a little bit?
Maybe.
Nah, they're all
We'll come back
desiccated.
later.
Magic juice is all.
We'll deal with whatever is causing all the magic vacuuming.
Putting my foot
and
down
then-
on the husks, guys.
Oh, well, then they'll just burst.
Inspiration.
All right, we're going to door 4B.
Okay, you hear, in fact, you're led there by Christopher, who is already at the door, sort of just softly sobbing at all of the things he has heard and experienced today.
Oh, yeah, now you're sad about it, Christopher, not when all the husks happened.
He's holding up another key and sort of just waiting expectantly to be humiliated again.
Give him a little tap with the cudgel.
Go on, Dub.
Christopher.
Time
4B,
to open the
4B.
door.
4B.
All right, I lift Christopher up into the locker and I rotate him again.
What are you doing?
I thought
We're gonna open the door. What if it's a... We need to find out who's in there first.
They'll still be behind bars.
Cells, it's-
Inside the wing.
Cells behind the door.
Prisons.
There's a door, there's a corridor with cells off it.
Are we sure about that?
If it's the same as where we were.
Christopher, does this lead to
Christopher?
one cell or a whole bunch more cells?
He looks up at you because this interjection happened when he was mid-rotation.
Yeah.
They're identical. It's the chest with the things and then the cells.
All right, open the door then, Christopher.
I think I'm going to black out.
All right, Christopher, don't make a big meal of it. All right, let's spin Christopher around to unlock the door. And I maintain eye contact. I give him a little pep talk.
Honestly, Christopher is such a drama queen.
Christopher, this is, again, the best day of your life. You don't even know it yet.
He really doesn't know it at this point.
We are all going to look back on this and laugh. It's always painful. It's always painful to begin anew. The cleansing flame that burns away your old life. Today, you emerge naked from the fire. Possibly literally if Egbert gets his way.
Yep.
I just got hit by a pirate and I think I've got a nosebleed coming on.
Is that blood you wanted?
Terrible for you. I've got a kidney missing.
Hey, yes.
Christopher's fine. Through the door.
All right. True to his word, you emerge and there is a chest identical to the one that you ransacked.
Ooh, let's get the stuff first.
Ransack it.
So this is other adventurous stuff.
Yeah? Oh, something really cool in this.
Respec.
Please don't make me do that live.
Spend the next 40 minutes respecking our characters.
Yeah, we got time.
Okay, Christopher, just pop that chest open for me, would you?
He walks over and sort of just nudges it open with his foot.
Cool. No traps on the chest then. All right, let's see what's in here. Anything good?
Well, there's the hammer from Bumble, obviously.
You do,
Not
yeah.
yet, we've already got that.
You've
got our
already
stuff.
got the hammer from Bumble, which I assume is like wrapped up securely or something, so you don't actually have to touch it.
I just imagine it's like slung over my back in a little cloth.
Yeah, and the cloth, written on the cloth in a sort of crude handwriting says, press for skeletons.
In emergency.
Yeah,
Skeleton emergency.
in case of skeleton emergency.
So you sort of, you rifle through the thing and it's your standard fare, like none of it's super high quality gear. Let's say there's a nice shiny shield that Egbert you can take if you like that.
Is it better than my existing one?
Stats wise?
Yes.
No, it's just really cool.
All right, yeah.
All right.
Stylish shield, please.
Done. It's like burnished, so it's kind of like mirror shield.
Ooh,
pretty badass.
Lovely. I shall remember that. And yeah, I discard my somewhat scorched existing shield.
Vomit covered.
And currently puked.
There's to be honest, the rest of the weaponry and stuff hasn't fared quite so well. It started to rust. Some of the things that had sort of like bowstrings and stuff, they've sort of decayed. The leather is all kind of brittle, and you're not that impressed. You do find like a few like smart coin pouches. Let's say you like, basically there are 5 coin pouches in there.
I'll take them.
Each one has...
Guys, there were no coin pouches, unfortunately.
Each one has 6 silver pieces in.
So we can each have a pouch.
Yeah, I'll look after them until after the adventure.
I'm treasurer.
Yeah, I'll give them to you after the adventure.
No.
What coin pouches?
You want a vomit hug?
I don't know what coin pouches you're talking. I wish I knew what you were talking about, Marilyn.
Don't want one.
Bad.
You don't want one. You just don't want one.
Oh, look, there's some coin pouches.
Thank you.
Where do these come from? This is weird. Anyway, who's in the cells? What's going on?
Around and look in the cells.
Okay, so you push open the door, and how can I put this? Prudence, you're going to get your wish of sort of just being able to gather up a bundle of
Husks.
dried husks, because very unfortunately, 4 of the 5 occupants of the cells have basically just been enervated to the point where they have sort of passed away and become dehydrated and sort of just like adventurer jerky.
Oh.
You know, like
Wow.
that sort of just real like they would look at home hanging on the walls of like any sort of like tomb or adventurer's lair, you know, that kind of thing.
Pretty toomy in here.
Yeah, all right.
Wait, but there's another cell, right? There's not just adventurer jerky. Do you want to help yourself to a husk while we're
Yeah,
here?
I have one.
You got one under each arm. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Okay, so you got 2 husks.
Husks.
Is it bad
day
that
for you.
Bear Me really wants to eat the husks?
You should have one. I can't carry them all.
Help yourself.
It's not
No, I'm not
cannibalism if
gonna-
you're a bear.
Yeah, exactly. No, I won't. I'll be good.
Okay.
So while Merylwen sort of wrestles with some disturbing new thoughts that are sort of like invading her mind, you see in the very last cell there's sort of like a very thin, defeated-looking dwarf whose beard has mostly gone to grey, whose long hair, formerly braided, now just looks brittle and scraggly, and he's kind of just like, he looks up at you sort of expectantly, but not really that concerned for whatever it is happens to him.
Hey, how's it going? I see you're in prison. How is that? Are you enjoying it?
It's terrible.
What's your deal? Are you a wizard of some kind? Magic user?
I feel I was a druid once.
Samesies.
Who is this Samesies of whom you speak?
This is that's her name, Samesies.
Samesies, I am pleased to meet you. Of what circle do you belong?
I'm with the moon.
Oh, that sounds nice. I don't remember. It feels like so much has been taken from me, but I'm glad that you, Samesies the druid, can continue our work in the field. How did you get out of your cells? Because, to be honest, I've been working on that one for a while.
Oh, you needed one of these.
Yeah, you needed a vomit-covered dragon man.
Dragon.
Yeah.
Oh,
It was easy, really, when you think about it.
How long have you been here?
I don't know.
Christopher, do you remember imprisoning this guy? Was it before your time?
Might remember, maybe a bit. Yeah.
Well, do you want to start remembering a little more sharpish, Christopher?
Give him a tap with a cudgel.
It's it was a month or so, give or take.
Oh,
A month. Wow.
I think
Oh my God! Maybe the magic must drain so quickly
Sure.
that you get husked in no time.
Yeah.
Dang.
Blimey. Can we... Right, Christopher, can you point out the key to get this guy out?
Whoa.
Look, he's a fellow druid.
Yeah.
and I
So
want to
is
help him.
Stephen the evil druid. Remember him? The famous folk tale. He was a druid who was evil. His name was Stephen. Come on.
I asked the dwarf, "What's your name?"
My name, no, his hands are free. My name is Baron, I think. I think my name was Baron.
Beryl.
Baron.
Baron.
Baron. B-E-R-O-N in the dwarven tongue.
And how did you come to be in here?
I went to a pub.
Okay, so samesies.
exciting.
Don't confuse him.
Yes? What is it, samesies? Wait, are you twins? Samesies. Ah,
Yeah.
so you must be samey and samey.
The
of
Samesies is the name of our gang.
Oh,
We're all in the Samesies.
I was one of the tunnel wyverns.
I don't know what that is.
Tunnel Wyvern's rule.
Tunnel I see you've heard of us.
Cool.
Certainly have.
Tunnel wyverns rule.
This guy seems pretty harmless. Let's let him out and
He's a
feel
weird dwarf.
good about
Christopher,
it.
get Boron out of here. Baron, sorry.
Heron.
Heron man.
Baron, Christopher, get Baron out of here and apologise to him for what this place has done. Atonement begins with an apology. Oh!
Would it kill you to apologise to Christopher for him stealing your organs?
Christopher moves sharpish toward the lock, sort of, but at this point now stands expectantly. He's like,
Lift him up. Come on.
All right.
you sprain his wrist because it's only like a half turn. It's like clonk, clonk. It's like,
Well, have consistent locks.
He didn't build this place.
Look, we opened the door.
We do open the door.
Now, Dob. Baron is quite small and also quite frail.
I am very frail.
You want to pop him in the papoose?
Yeah, but yeah, okay.
Okay, all right.
But it's not like, yeah, there's a distance between, you know.
What about backpack?
Cool.
I carry the papoose out like this.
How do you get him into the papoose? Do you sort of like?
I lift him tenderly enough into the papoose.
Okay.
That's fine. But then rather than it being on my chest, because, you know, like I still don't completely trust, it's like held out like.
Okay. He sort of reaches up and puts a very feeble sort of clawed hand on your wrist. It's like, thank you. Do I need to join the gang, or can I stay with the tunnel wyverns?
You can do whatever you want. I tell you what, if you get out of here, you and Christopher can join a cool new gang.
Okay.
We're going to go up and wreck up whoever's in charge of this place and get you your magic bag. How's that sound?
So I can join a gang with the guy who imprisoned me. Fine.
Yeah.
Let's go.
You can be called the Prison Bros.
It's a new life for Christopher. We have to accept that. Okay, I wonder, obviously we can't do magic, or else, like, Egbert and I would be sort of laying on those healing hands with this dude. But is there anything else we can do to get him, like, fighting fit? Oh, a montage? A training montage?
You spend the next 6 hours training up Baron, who manages to do a push-up.
Baron died.
I think
Doing a push-up.
just getting some food and drink into him probably wouldn't be a terrible idea.
I've got a mess kit. I can give him some food. Here you go. Here is some crackers.
Okay, so you all sort of sit around awkwardly while a really unwell dwarf just eats some hardtack.
Got a water skin. You can have some water.
Some water.
While we do this, we're like, Baron, is there anything you can tell us that might help us as we go and attempt to wreck up this whole joint?
Yeah, you've been here
Well,
a
less
month.
of the attempt.
I
Definitely wreck up.
We definitely go and wreck up this whole joint.
if I were you, I would just run. I wouldn't.
It's
I
an
wouldn't.
option, but
I wouldn't dare to rouse Liliana's anger. At this, Christopher suddenly's like.
Yeah, well, that's why we haven't just spent the
He
last
doesn't
month
do
in
that 'cause
prison.
he's got no bloody arms that he can use. He sort of.
It's with the eyebrows.
Yeah, with his eyebrows. Like.
Liliana, you say? What can you tell us about
hey.
Liliana?
Oh, I saw her only once, when some of the people from a cell down the corridor tried to stage a break in the same way you did, and her mercy.
Did they spend 6 hours sitting around eating as part of their break? Was that their crucial tactical error?
No, I think they ordered food in the pub. But, she knew no mercy. They suffered before they died. Organless, magicless, mostly organless.
I just had a thought. Surprise. There is still we're still following the pipes that are above us, right? We're still okay.
Yeah.
So all the power, the magical energy stuff that's powering this whole place might be flowing through that.
Sure.
So I would
smash up the pipes.
I would like to reach up and just
Yeah.
try and with my full weight swing up, and then with my feet push against the ceiling to just just breaks the pipes in here. Maybe we'll be able to use our magic if we can break whatever is flowing.
Drink the magic. Let's do it.
Oh yeah, we could all like point it directly into our mouth.
Yeah, and like roll around in it.
Go Super Saiyan.
I would like you to make me a dexterity acrobatics check to firstly get onto the pipe.
Never mind. It's a 1.
Oh, no, Dom.
Oh.
Dob, I mean, it's as if you did cast grease, but it was just sort of like in the post, and it only just arrived. Dob sort of does this real acrobatic sort of like leap up, kicking his leg up like a dancer as he does so. And you know when you really think your hands are going to catch onto something and they don't, and your momentum just keeps going? He's like, ooh! And just slams his head into the stone floor and takes, a point of damage.
Oh.
It's fine.
Baron, we're usually much cooler than this.
That's not true, Baron.
He doesn't know that.
I feel like the plan.
Just checking
like the
something,
plan was
actually.
solid, guys. Can someone else try
Are we
and?
married to
Did
this
you put
smashing
Baron
pipe?
down before you attempted this PS?
Oh, no.
Oh dear. Doesn't look good for
Dice.
Baron.
Well, you needed,
I feel like you must have
you
done,
needed
right?
both hands.
Baron had a good run, guys.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Did you land on Baron?
Unceremoniously, like, plonked him down.
He's just, okay, so he's
Baron
just
is
sort of
killed
sat on the
instantly.
floor like a Hessian sack of vegetables, just groceries.
I'm
You're
gonna-
tall, you're tall, Egbert.
When you bomb it, when you blow it up.
I'll reach up and try and wrench the pipe off from a firm base.
Okay, fine.
Cast grease.
In that case,
Don't cast grease.
just make me a strength check.
Okay.
You can use your mace if you want to, which would give you proficiency.
I guess it would, yeah. But that's piercing.
Oh,
I just want to wrench it. I just want to
okay.
wrench it
All
off
right, fine.
with my +4
Wrenching.
strength. 10 + 4.
Okay, you sort of like, you're on there and you're like, yeah, and it's groaning, but it's not quite.
I grab him around the legs and,
Okay.
you know, help.
And me.
So,
One on each leg.
Yeah. I'm on the right leg. Prudence on the left.
Turn into a bear.
Yes.
There he is, stuck. I don't know whether I can.
You might pull
Oh,
Egbert's
yeah.
leg
No,
off.
that's magic.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll tell you what, everyone just make me a strength check. Just a straight strength check. Don't roll terribly.
7.
Okay, not great.
6.
12 if I'm even in this or if I'm just hurt.
18.
Ah,
Hey!
The pipe gives a little tiny bit, like you feel like there's a little crack in it. It's like,
I put my mouth on the crack and inhale all the magic.
you get a lung full of dust, because there doesn't seem to be any magic really flowing.
Guys, I feel so powerful.
Corazon, I have an idea. Right.
Tell me, mortal. What do you desire of Corazon the god?
You get ready to take a big huff on the little gap in the crack, while I try and cast a magic spell. It'll get sucked up and go into you, and then maybe you'll be able to do magic.
Wait, that sounds bad.
what's happening?
Oh, I mean, why not? Let's go for it. Okay.
I mean, obviously.
Put my mouth over the pipe and I give a big thumbs up to Dob. Feel like I'm still drunk.
Do a magic, Dob.
All right, I just cast. I don't have any harmless. Oh, I try and cast heal wounds on the dwarf on Baron.
Okay, I point my hand at Baron
Yep.
and I inhale from the pipe at the same time. So, okay, go for it, Dob.
Yeah, I cast heal wounds.
Okay. It's. Sure enough, you see the magic get pulled from Dob's feet out into the runes that sort of then travel up the pipe, and you see the pipe light up and along, and a lot of the energy, to be honest, keeps going because the crack is not massive, but enough of it seems to go into Corazon that Baron sort of straightens and like he seems to regain some of his strength. What does heal wounds normally cure?
Great question, Johnny.
Sorry.
1d8 plus my spell casting.
Okay, so we'll call it 1d4 plus your spellcasting.
Okay, it's a simple case of finding the right dice, I find. That's 2 plus 6. It's 8.
Baron's actually looking pretty healthy.
Nice.
Like, oh,
Perfect.
oh.
Okay.
Baron, is your old weapon in that like trunk over there? Do you want to arm yourself with your old kit?
Sure, yes. Can you carry me there? I'm still in the papoose.
Okay. I feel like you could walk, but all right. All right, carry over, clonk, by the thing.
He reaches in and pulls out a big battle axe. It's like, cool, ready.
All right.
Should we go
How
wreck
about
up the
that-
sorceress?
That wrecking up. Does anyone want to do any magic here while we've got a crack in the pipe?
No,
Anyone got any spells they want to get out of the way?
Well, I'm not fully clear on how the magic juice pipe works, right? So if I cast a bad spell, and like most of it goes off towards Liliana, or whatever her name is,
Yeah.
A little bit of
you
it
can
leaks
siphon
out.
off like 10% of it, say.
It's like all of our spells work a tiny bit, I think. Because like that, I think like the little magic of heal wounds that escaped,
Yes.
he didn't really do anything to Corazon. He was just sucking it out the pipe, and it was
Ow.
back in the room, and thereby
I see.
it
All
all
right.
makes perfect sense.
It's watertight.
Really, it is, yeah.
Well,
Yep.
in that case, I have no further questions.
Yeah.
Let's follow the pipes.
Follow the pipes.
Okay,
Um,
you again.
well, I'm technically I'm your captive, so yes. Do you still need me for this, or can I go now?
Oh yeah, you're a hostage.
Yeah, you're going to watch all of this,
Did we not
Christopher.
say you're a hostage? She like you?
I don't think Liliana likes anybody.
No, you're still a hostage.
We need a human shield, though, so...
What if?
Juice her dob.
That wasn't my plan, but I like that plan. What I was going to say was maybe we could catch this evil magic woman. I can't do the names today. What was it?
Liliana.
Liliana.
Liliana. Maybe, what if we get Christopher to sort of bring one of us in by the scruff of the neck and say, I caught this prisoner trying to escape. And from there, maybe a plan will formulate on the fly.
Okay.
Not it.
Shotgun on it.
Sounds like you're volunteering
Yeah.
to do this.
We all shotgun, not it.
Okay, all right. Maybe we tell Christopher, this prisoner said he had an important message to deliver to you, Liliana.
Okay.
And the message is... What?
Poem of love.
I love you.
Wonderwall.
I love it. Okay,
It's the best plan we've got.
let's go with it.
Okay, Christopher, did you get all that?
I mean, mostly I sort of got lost at the implication you're going to let my hands go.
No.
What? Tied up?
Yeah, you tell Liliana...
March one of you in there.
We'll tie them up in the front,
What
and then you can look like you're guiding door.
Tell her that it's just a new thing you're into.
Basically,
Hey, Liliana, how's it going? I'm into tying my hands together now. Anyway, here's a prisoner.
Or disguise kit, 2 fake arms out front.
Better plan. Let's go for it.
yes!
All right. Use.
Ingenious.
Yeah, okay, so you use a disguise kit.
So the hands are still bound to the back, but there's 2 mannequin arms.
That are sort of stuck on your shoulders.
Stuck on Christopher's.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
yeah.
oh, sorry, but
hands.
yeah. There's
So
one.
it's
Yeah.
like he's like, you
Yeah.
are being so
Like a conga line.
Yeah. You are being so
I
naughty.
mean-
We should go to Liliana.
There's one on his shoulder and then just one on
And the other one is
tip.
cocked at a jaunty angle. Like that.
Never guess who I found.
Good.
I want you to do it in that exact inclination. Or I'll give you another vomit hog.
You'll never guess who I found. You'll never guess who. What was it?
You'll never guess who I found.
You'll never guess who I found.
Emphasis on
That's it.
found, I think, Christopher.
You'll never guess who I found.
Perfect.
We're there.
Yeah, that's
perfect.
it. That'll do.
Okay.
That's
Right,
fine.
so just so we're clear, Dob, the plan is for you to be frog marched in by Christopher,
Yes.
and then...
And then, and Christopher will say, you'll never guess who I found.
Yep.
This prisoner said that they had an urgent message to deliver only to you.
And then the next part of the plan...
I will say, I have a
Dream.
I have a message.
In a bottle.
A poem of love to deliver to you because you are so beautiful. And then I will try and cast sleep.
With
With what?
the ability to not cast spells.
Yeah, but like I'm.
How about you just shout something and we all rush in?
I tell you what, like
Why don't we...
what do you guys think?
We should shoot her with arrows.
I think this is a hitting on the head with a mace, shooting with arrows kind of situation.
I say, why don't we follow the pipes and see if they lead to a big tank of magic that we
Oh,
can
and
bust
smash
open
the
or
vat of
something?
magic and get all
Instead
the
of
magic.
marching into the evil sorceress's headquarters and trying to make out with her or whatever
Yeah,
your plan is. Like,
rubbish, Dob.
not entirely.
Make out with her.
Or whatever.
Let's do Corazon's plan.
All right, let's bust open the big vat of magic and drink it down.
All right, just follow the... We're going to follow the pipes to see if we can find the source.
Okay.
The arms
end point.
stay on though.
Yeah. I mean, the arms are good.
Just in case she's hanging out right next to the big vat.
Yes.
You know, she might be standing literally a meter away from
She's
the big
probably like got the tap on the front open, is chugging away because it seems like that's what she's here.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's follow the pipes.
All right, so you start to proceed. It's straight down the corridor. You go past all the other husk storage rooms.
Need any more husks? You good for
Good.
husks?
One in each arm.
Cool.
I can carry.
Cool.
And you reach a large door. Christopher stops in front of it. It's like, this one's not locked.
Oh, okay.
So what's through there?
The vat. The magic vat.
Magic bat?
So the pipes.
Yeah.
Magic bat?
And,
Is Liliana going to be through there as well?
oh, yeah.
Yeah, she's going to be through there.
Good.
Oh, yeah.
Gotta check.
Yeah.
Nuts.
All right, back to plan A.
Is there, do you think there's like vent access into this room? Do you think there's any way into this room other than this door? Here's what I'm thinking.
Crawl space.
Split the party.
Okay.
Then we could, if that's going to happen, arguably we could do the original plan with the arms and the taking in as a prisoner, because Liliana won't be expecting any sort of threat, but then
Yeah.
you guys pop in out of the side
That's
hatch,
it.
bust open the tank,
Yeah.
suddenly we can all do magic, and it's like whammo.
Well, does someone want to have a look around and see if there are any vents?
Yeah, you can all of me make a, let's see, an intelligence investigation check. Just tell me what you roll.
19.
3.
3.
12.
5.
Yay, Egbert.
High fives.
But we missed.
Okay. Sort of everyone sort of spends a time sort of looking around like, Baron sort of there just being like, no, he's just looking lovingly at the axe that he's been reunited with, to be honest. And Prudence and Coercing, you look around and you, like, your eyes meet and you're both just like, the pipe at the same moment. Because it's occurred
The pipe.
At the same moment. Oh, my God.
almost at the exact same moment. It occurs to you, you could probably squeeze someone in there.
Wow.
Or someone's.
It's a much bigger pipe than I visualized. Should we get in there?
I reckon I can get in that pipe.
All right, you first.
Okay, I'm going to go in the pipe.
I'm going to go in the pipe also.
And then are you carrying on with the fake arm plan?
Maybe, seeing as we've like fashioned 2 arms, maybe there should be 2 prisoners involved in the sort of.
Well, we can have 2 people on the door ready to breach and clear if necessary.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
So,
I think I'll hide by the door.
Okay.
Breach and clear. Breach and clear. Yeah.
So the
Team fake prisoner.
So the signal is
Yes.
for you guys, for when you guys bust in and rupture the magic tank.
Okay.
Am I making magic flow everywhere? Probably also over her, but I don't feel like there's time to worry too much about that.
You've got to have been chugging that stuff.
What's the signal?
Signal will be, my lady, a poem for you.
Okay.
Woo!
it's good.
I love it.
All right.
What if I want to hear the poem?
You'll hear it. Well, ideally, you will hear the poem, but that's
Okay.
that's your clue to rupture the vents, and then the spell.
Cool. All right.
Okay, so who have we got? We've got Team
Team pipe.
Pipe,
Pipe.
Team breach and clear.
Team Breach and Clear, which is you're on the door and you're going to rush in.
We're waiting by the side of it, ready to.
Team Prisoner, Team Breach and Clear.
Breach and clear.
Great. All right, wonderful. We'll start off with Team Pipe. You need to broaden the pipe.
What are you saying? How dare you?
Okay, so in World, I think Baron will have been like, you need to broaden that pipe.
Oh.
Milady, I'm just saying, if it's currently, like, I don't think it's rude to say that you wouldn't fit in a pirate's
The horns won't get in.
Like,
The rest of
like,
it's
there's-
fine.
If he was able, there's only a tiny.
Okay,
All right.
Baron. I see. I know how it is. Okay, how are we going to do that, Corazon?
We've
Got like Jaws of Life kind of.
I've got a can opener, says Baron. He's like, it's his axe.
Aaron, you're probably feeling pretty strong. Reckon you can get that pipe broadened?
It's been a while since I've hit something,
Yeah, probably a treat for you, right?
I guess.
Yeah, go for it. I believe in you,
So
Baron.
hold him up. He's not very big. He's a dwarf.
He is still in like a Hessian sack, basically. He's still in the papoose.
All right, can I hoist him up?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
Sort of boost up the dwarf.
Is that a good or a bad?
It's a bad one.
Oh, no.
He sort of swings and kind of like a weeble, too close to the edge of a table. He just like, whoop, just topples out your hands and lands with like a meaty clang on the floor. It's like, maybe you should do it.
Oh.
Oh, Egbert, can you smash this with your mace or something?
No, use the battle axe. Get Baron's battle axe.
All right, use the battle axe.
Is it like a can opener?
Yep.
All right, I grab the battle axe off the floor
Yep.
and,
Give it some welly.
and have a crack at this can opening job.
Yeah, it's a heavy weapon. Let's say you got proficiency with it. Just swing away.
Okay.
Oh my day.
1.
Oh my god.
Was it a strength thing, though?
Strength, yeah.
Oh.
Plus 4 is 5.
But if you rolled a natural 1,
Oh.
it is a critical fail.
No.
Oh. Crit,
You
crit.
do hit Baron
Oh my god.
Oh my.
for 6 points of damage.
Oh no.
No, he was up to 12.
Sorry about that, Baron.
back down to 6.
I'm going to leave this axe with you.
It's a bit. Hang on, what's his voice like now? He's really injured. Oh, it's always been a bit of a tricky one.
You're not going to believe this now, Baron, but this is the best day of your life.
So everyone keeps saying.
If I turn into a cat and it gets sucked into the thing, does that mean that she turns into a cat?
What?
I just,
Are you assuming
easier.
that whatever magic energy
Yeah,
Liliana
yeah,
gets through a pipe happens?
yeah.
I mean, we
Probably
don't
a
know.
disastrous way to run things. I'm not saying it's not how she's doing things.
Just bearing that in mind.
Hey.
Hey.
You don't want to turn him into a
Can
bear.
I hit the
that'd be-
pipe with the axe? And
Yeah, by all means. Maybe a strength attack. Sod it. Add your proficiency bonus as well.
okay, it's a 15.
Pretty good.
You whomp the pipe, and it's sort of like, it catches, and true enough to Baron, it's sort of like, it starts to sort of like saw open a hole in the pipe. So it's like some wriggling over the next few minutes, while trying not to be incredibly loud. You can make a serviceable enough hole that you reckon you can get.
I look really embarrassed and kind of go, yeah, but you know, I've got my back's hurting, and I loosened it for you, probably.
Yeah, you loosened it. It was my 2 kidneys that helped me.
For what it's worth, I think one of my kidneys is packed in. Now.
Sorry.
So there you go. You know, it's a zero-sum game.
Right, so, Team Pipe, such a bad name, is ready to enter the pipe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pipe.
You know what? You can just get in the pipe. I think that's fine.
me a pipe
There's some
check.
climbing up involved.
Okay.
But it's probably helping you.
Okay.
Let's flash over to Team Prisoner.
Okay, Christopher, you know the plan.
I do.
All right,
It's suddenly full of verve.
move the old loot just hidden behind my back.
Okay.
I suppose my hands would be bound, so I just hold them behind my back as if they are.
Okay.
Right, Christopher, you remember what to do? We go in.
This prisoner,
You'll never guess who
you never guess who I
Hi.
found.
Owned.
This prisoner, message for you.
Says he has a message for you. Okay, got it. And the others are by the door.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Team breaching clear.
Ready to go, breaching clear,
ready.
waiting for it, the signal.
right.
In like the
Got flashbangs.
signals.
Which I mean explosives.
Explosives, yeah. They do flash and bang. Do a lot more than that, though, as well.
Good. Yes, fine. Yeah, no, I suppose I'm as ready to die now as any.
That's right,
That's
Christopher.
the spirit.
The best day of your life.
Cool. All right. Yeah, you're now like a good.
Yeah, we're like
person.
belly crawling,
You're going along
military
the pipe.
style on the elbows.
Come
out to the room.
coast. We'll have a few laughs.
So you keep crawling. You feel like about probably 20 foot ahead of you. You see like the pipe seems to dip down. Like that.
Oh, it's a classic magic reservoir situation.
How are you two stacking up on the door?
One either side, right?
Yeah,
I'll take the left side, you take the right-hand side.
yeah.
Ready to go. We're going to need a sequence, though, because if we both try and go through the door at the same time,
You
I'm
first.
quite wide.
You first.
Okay.
You
And then you
throw
hide
in the
behind
bombs,
me.
and
Good.
then I'll provide covering
I
fire.
want to see that.
Not literal fire. I can't
Okay.
do that. But
No, that's fine.
arrows.
I'll
If all
take
goes
it.
to plan, you guys will be able to burst in there doing whatever magic you wish to.
In theory, yes.
Just grease everywhere.
Oh, there's going to be grease.
With Thunderwave, it would be grease lightning.
Aw.
Thanks.
Okay. Like everyone basically is either crawling through a pipe or they feel like they're about as ready as they're ever going to be.
You guys and Team Pipe, I guess. I mean, I suppose I can't see them anymore, but I just feel like I know that they've got eyes on the magic vat and they're ready.
I use message to whisper telepathically at Dob. We're in position.
How you doing that without magic?
Oh. Oh, man. All right, the whole thing.
Yeah.
The point of the whole thing. I whisper loudly back through the pipe. We're in position.
Oh.
So yeah, you are basically, you're now on like the lip of a reservoir.
Yeah, we're
What's
wedged
down there?
over the...
The message comes back, I'm a magician.
I think it travels safely enough that you're like, pretty sure they're ready. So we'll come back to you in just a second. What you can see below you is basically just a swirling vortex of energy.
Sick.
And it looks like, sure enough, there is just a massive reservoir, like tank.
Yes.
With, it seems like glass sides, although they're kind of obscured with more of the same writing you saw on the walls of the cells. And basically, yeah, you reckon you can drop in there, and the best plan would probably be to try and smash your way out.
Okay.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Okay. The writing on the walls of the on the walls of the cells, and that's on this magic vat. It's a late stage, but can I try reading it? It's
Yeah.
some kind of arcane
Yeah, sure.
language.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna roll. What do I want to roll for it?
You want to roll me Wisdom Arcana.
Wisdom Arcana. Oh, I've got Arcana.
You have.
So that's 16, 17, 18, 19.
Nice.
Arcana.
It's disturbing. Like it's real. It's like, you know when you hear a song and you're like, man, I wish I'd written this. Like, that's the way you feel about it, Prudence. Like, this is devious. Basically, it's just a massive siphon to try and suck the magic energy out of magic users. And where there aren't magic users, for some reason that's written in the manifesto as well, in the magic writing, why not? Just sell their organs illegally because they'll be worth something.
Right.
And basically, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to you. You're mostly caught up in the beauty of the mechanics of it, the way it siphons things off and holds it in this cell to be tapped out whenever Liliana chooses. But you're fairly sure that it's a reserve being built up to power something or some things. Like there's a lot of references to like the energy of creation, of manufacture almost.
Okay.
So you're like, basically you're up there waiting to drop in. You're like, damn, I wish I wasn't about to smash this.
Oh.
It's cool.
Oh.
There we go.
Guys, this is diabolical. I love it.
Stick with the plan, though, right?
Yeah, we're gonna hang out in this pipe for a while. So,
So you
I spy
hear-
might lie something beginning with P.
Is it a pipe?
Is it a pipe?
It is a pipe, yeah.
back at Dob, Team Criminal.
Prisoner?
Team Prisoner, that's the
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
You've basically been given the we're in position signal.
Okay, all right. I fix Christopher with one more bit of eye contact. Christopher, this is it. The beginning of, it's a new dawn. It's a new day. It's a new life for you, Christopher. And I don't know about you, but I'm feeling good. Now get in there and stick to the script. Let's do it. Let's rock old school.
Right. Roll me charisma persuasion.
Oh, no.
No, it's just fine.
Okay, that's a 12. 12.
Okay, all right, fine. It was just to see how pepped up he actually was. And suddenly
Okay.
he's like, let's go. And he boots open the door
Could be more pepped up, but it's okay.
with his one fake hand here and his one fake hand on your shoulder. He marches into the room. And he's like, you'll never guess who I found.
God.
And the entire room freezes for a moment. There is, in the room, it is quite large. It is dominated by a central reservoir of spinning energy with a massive, massive pipe coming out the top that leads to another pipe leading off into the wall. Obviously, you know all about that. There are sort of a few technicians milling around the room, because off of the main central reservoir, there are lots of other pipes leading to weird tanks that are filled with sort of a strange, almost amniotic fluid in which sort of like vague humanoid shapes are sort of like floating. There are some people sort of like tapping on the glass, writing things down, and there's a mezzanine level with a few guards, and then a very tall drow woman in a very flowing sort of black robe with like cool bits like sleeves that are like big and stuff. And it's like, it's sinister, but like very well tailored, basically. She's got sort of very dark hair, half pulled up with long tails that sort of hang down here. And she is just sort of overseeing this, this process with a really keen eye, but also just, you can tell from here, an immense degree of satisfaction. And you also see some irritation cross her face as she fixes you in her gaze. It's like, what is the meaning of this?
Lady Liliana, the songs did no justice to your beauty.
Did I bid you speak? I'm talking to you, guard. He sort of looks up and is like, the prisoner says he has a message for you, very important. So I guess I found him in his cell, and he told me to bring him to you, I guess. She basically just turns to a guard at her side and is like, take him away.
Lady Liliana, wait!
Oh no, she's gesturing at Christopher.
Sounds like it's going well down there.
Take both of his kidneys. Oh. See some guards sort of start stamping down the
There goes Christopher.
causeway. Christopher's there
Best day of your life.
looks like he's kind of trying to do I'm a little teapot very fast, because with his real arms he's like, oh no, God.
Lady Liliana, I beg you stop when you hear what I have to say. You won't want to do anything else but run away with me. I beg thee, take no further action till at least you've heard what this poor, long-suffering bird has to say. It will take but a moment. But a moment.
You may as well amuse me before I have you killed.
Long have I quested your fabled beauty. I even came here. I thought if it's the only way to see you to get caught on purpose, it's what I would do. And I did it all, Lady Liliana. I did it all because I have composed this poem for you. And I swing round the lute. I've said that last bit pretty loud.
Right.
I think he was supposed to say, a poem for you, my lady? I don't know.
It didn't seem like the right word, so... Do you think that's the signal or not?
Is that, do you think that's the signal? Maybe we should leave it.
Poem? You said poem.
He didn't say the my lady. Let's leave it for a bit.
And
Maybe he's building up to the my lady part.
My lady, a great poem composed, my lady. My lady composed a poem for you, my lady. My lady composed a poem.
Those were a lot of variations on those words.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to go in early.
You just want to hear the poem.
My lady, the Coercing, prudence.
Can you make me just a preliminary charisma performance check to see if she is just going to have you killed now?
Oh no!
Didn't want to go in early. Okay, well, that's an 11 plus 6, so 17.
She raises her hand sort of imperiously, but it's like you get the impression she's like, this is quite funny actually. I'm gonna watch this guy plead about how beautiful I am before I have him absolutely destroyed. So she's sort of just there now, like examining her nails, waiting. All of the scientists are there with their like.
Oh, Lady Liliana, I know that this is a moment of my destiny. If ever there was a signal that I was waiting for, this is it!
So if you could have any kind of sandwich right now.
Egbert.
Like any kind, I mean, any kind of bread or filling.
Corazon. I think that he said signal. I think that was the signal.
Oh, you think that was the signal?
The signal. He said signal.
Oh.
That was the signal.
Okay, you know what I think we should
Right.
do? I reckon you,
Yeah.
as the stronger magic user, you jump down into the...
You were in front of me in the pipe.
Yeah, well, you're going to have to shimmy past.
You want me to shimmy past you in...
While this happens, Egbert bursts through the door and hurls his mace as hard as possible at the glass thing, which I assume is dominating the room, so it doesn't require so much accuracy as just brute force.
No.
Yes, it
Just
is
saying.
a strength check then. Well done.
Yes.
Fine. Roll me a strength check.
Okay.
To hit it, it's an inanimate object. You're looking at an armor class of 5.
It's a 10. I've rolled plus 4 strength is 14.
14, fine. In that case, roll the damage on your mace.
Which is 1d8 piercing.
You need a D8.
I do, yes.
Got a D8.
Do I?
Yeah.
Which one?
Come on. That one.
Oh,
Thank you. Wisdom -1. It's a 2. It's a 2.
2 points.
Cool. You add your strength modifier though, right?
Yeah, I did plus 4 to the d20 roll. but then 2...
Yeah, you add it to the damage as well.
Oh, okay. 6 then. And I've got +2 if no other weapons written down, but...
Cool.
That probably applies to exactly this situation.
Yeah, I would
like
say.
So up in the pipe where you're
Corazon,
arguing
hurry
about
up.
sandwiches and whether or not to
We
go,
could be swimming around
Prudence
in
is
the magic
like,
vat.
All right, fine. All right, let's...
hear like a
push
plink below you.
Corazon. Yeah.
Prudence pushes me into the vat and then follows, I
Orderly
guess.
push him into the vat.
Okay.
We could be swimming around in all that magic
Right.
juice.
Okay. I'm assuming you're following like on.
Oh yeah, I dive head first
Okay.
into the magic juice.
The both of you plummet into
Water park style.
You have never quite felt like so empowered in all of your lives. Just like, I am, this is probably too much.
Hell yeah.
Now we're having fun. You're like, you're like,
Did my eyes start glowing white?
yes.
Yes!
You're like really overclocking yourselves, basically.
Corazon, this is done.
Oh my gosh.
And does this break the vat? What's the plan?
I shoot an arrow at the vat
Okay.
in the hope that it will break and they will burst out all magic-y.
It's probably a big crack where I threw the mace
Yeah,
at it,
I
right?
aim at the crack.
It's a dex check, beat a 5. Don't forget to add your proficiency bonus if you're using the bow that you have proficiency in, which you did. Yeah.
Yeah, 18.
All right, so roll damage on that. Prudence, you've never seen Corazon walk or just exist with so much swagger before. It's like,
Oh my gosh!
suddenly you see the pirate he thinks he is. And like, Corazon, like, it doesn't kill your buzz or anything, but you thought Prudence was terrifying before. Like, this is like, it's like she's practically as Cthulhu herself. That was close.
You nearly died. Oh my god! You nearly went off the stage.
Oh.
You died.
It's big, like this big old magic happening right now.
As
So
if you can see shadowy tentacles sort of all around.
so you feel like you can do all the magic you want, really, and it's probably going to be quite effective. So have a go on that.
4.
4. That's not 5. Oh, damage.
Yeah, 4
Yeah, sorry,
damage.
I forgot you did hit the thing.
Yeah.
We conjure a sandwich out of nothing.
Oh my god!
happens.
Sandwich
It
magic.
happens. He does that.
It's unstoppable.
So let's say that Liliana's not noticed this yet. What was the plan there, Dov?
The plan was wait for the vat to break and then unleash the mother of all thunder
You
waves.
can see us behind Liliana.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm trying desperately to maintain eye contact with her and not look at you guys swimming around in sandwiches.
Got it.
I'm sort of leading her gaze a little bit with my eyes.
Okay then. In that case, I'm just going to.
Foot-long submarine.
I think at this point we should probably get everyone to roll initiative. Let's face it.
15.
Eat.
12.
9.
Dub?
18.
18. Don't forget, if you want to, you can delay.
Oh no.
Stall.
Well,
Stall.
Do you want a sandwich?
Okay, so 18. We do start with Dob.
but what did the arrow do to the glass vat?
Oh, it damaged it some. It's got a bigger crack in it.
Okay.
It is not broken yet. So what
Well,
I'm saying is you can choose to delay your.
I would like to delay my turn and just basically spend it simpering and sort of like just fixing Lady Liliana with just the most intense eye contact. Like, who could look away? I'm just like, wow, like, whoa, you know. Oh, the poem, it's going to be so beautiful. It's the creative forces are flowing through me. My muse, my lady. I must perform for you. And while that's happening,
then it is Corazon's go.
So I've currently got like a bunch of magic in me.
Yeah.
What does that mean for me as a spellcaster?
Basically, you know the stuff that you already know, but I'm going to boost its efficacy.
All right.
Don't do grease.
Don't do grease.
No, swear to God, if you get grease all over my clothes.
Yeah. This is the only set of clothes I've got with me.
Yeah. No grease.
I'm fine. I'm already covered in vomit.
Me too.
No, grease is a pretty cool spell, guys. So what am I going to do? Not
probably
use
it would
grease?
be like 4 foot thick of grease.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to cast Mage Hand Ledger Demand. I'm going to create a giant fist of magic energy, and I'm going to use it to punch the wall of the vat that we're in.
Love it. Okay. In that case, You don't need to really roll for that, do you?
No, it's a cantrip.
Yeah, fine. What is the damage stat on Giant Super Magic Fist?
Probably the highest there is, I
Sod
expect.
it, we'll call it a D10.
Yeah, let me just get that, which I know which one it is.
No,
That's got a 12 on it, so it's not that.
right here.
Ooh, that's nice, heavy.
Yeah, Damascus Steel.
That's what they used to kill White Walkers, right?
Uh,
It's in runes or something. What is that?
It's a 7.
Cool.
All right, you basically, this massive, like, hulking fist just goes bonk, and you feel the whole chamber sort of list a bit, and it gives a really weird, like, groan. Like, you feel the metal at the top sort of start to grate against the glass. You almost feel slight fluctuations in your magic power as some of it feels like it's escaping, but then it rights itself, and you're like, we can do this. We can definitely get out of here. This is going to be great. At that point, Liliana, it could be worse. She basically seems to, because she's on sort of this weird mezzanine level with no handrail, because evil. And she sort of steps off it and seems to disappear in a cloud of mist, and then suddenly she appears again,
Is she
right
going in
by
for a
the
smooch?
door where Dob and Merylwen are.
Sorry, Egbert and Merylwen.
Sorry, that's Dob.
I'm sort of standing in the doorway because I threw my mace, and I
Okay.
assume I'm still there.
Oh, okay, well, she appears right next to the door then, just ready to be like, and who are these chumps? And that's
Sure.
basically her entire move. Now we go Merylwen.
Okay.
This feels. I just feel like it might behoove us all to create some distance.
Yeah, I'm gonna leg it towards Dob. I'm gonna run towards Dob,
Okay,
turn, and then shoot an arrow at her.
okay, fine. Her armor class is 13.
Yeah, 15.
Nice, that's a hit. Roll me your damage, please.
All right. Bo's getting some use today. 6.
Ooh. An arrow sort of thuds into Liliana's, her forearm actually. It kind of goes like thwip and sort of pins her elegant sort of robes to her arm. She sort of looks down. To be honest with you, it looks more like she's pissed off that you've started to ruin her clothes than she is, feels like she's in mortal danger. She's a bit like, that's inconvenient. That's your go. Prudence.
Hi.
Hi.
I summon all my newfound magic juice strength from this vat.
Yep.
Drink any remaining magic juices. Is the vat empty? Is it more nearly empty?
There is more than, at the minute, there is more than you feel you could consume in a lifetime.
Sandwich.
Okay, all right. What haven't?
But it is filling up with sandwiches.
All right. What remains that hasn't been turned into sandwich? I summon and I do just a giant bananas Eldritch Blast on the tank.
Okay.
Like a vortex. Like it's not usually a vortex, but it's a vortex.
I'm not going to make you roll for this because I know your spellcasting modifier is over the armor class of the tank because you're in it.
Yeah.
So roll me the damage on... This is an agonizing blast, I'm guessing.
An agonizing blast indeed.
Yeah, roll me that damage twice.
All right. Pachoo! All right. 7 plus 5 and 15.
7 plus 5.
27.
27.
Yeah.
Yeah, that thing breaks.
Woo!
Basically, I mean, you describe it, because the thing...
It's a vortex of sandwiches. And more sandwiches.
My sandwiches.
And eldritch magic.
Uh-huh.
It's like a swirling vortex of shadow tentacles and a color that the human eye can't quite register. It's that color magic, and it just demolishes the magical glass vat that we're in.
I catch a foot-long
Lots of glass
submarine
everywhere.
sandwich for the fast energy I need.
Sandwiches rain down.
So basically from the outside of this, it explodes in just this massive vortex of energy and just a real array of sandwiches. Coercing's got imagination when it comes to catering for a board meeting. And every
Panini's
single,
in there.
every single magic user in the room,
Sorts.
you feel like a part of you that was missing is suddenly restored. You're like, oh, I'm back. Great. I think I can probably do magic again. Because
You're welcome.
you can. Everybody, just roll me a d20 and try and get over a 10.
Yeah, 18.
8.
7.
17.
Okay.
2. Can I use inspiration to roll again?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Aw.
13.
Yeah, great. So
7 and 8.
let's say that you made like a real long dive to catch your sub, and
Yeah.
you were in the heart of the vortex. Like, you're both knocked prone. You're just like, you lose your feet, and you're on the floor.
Okay.
Not that big a deal, but just like, that was a big old bit of magic energy. Liliana is fine.
Ow.
The scientists have been thrown into the wall.
Cool.
These as groups. The guards are not looking so hot either. They have sort of been dashed against the wall, and they've taken a few knocks. So after Prudence, it is Egbert.
I'm on the floor at Liliana's feet, as I understand it. I'm going to have a crack at something. I'm not sure whether it's going to work, but I'm going to give it a go anyway.
Huh?
I've got the ability to command, right? A single word command within 60 feet.
Yep.
I'm just going to command Liliana to surrender.
I'm gonna look this up.
From the floor.
Very convincing.
Yeah.
Surrender. I do have the sandwich as well.
Can you throw me a sandwich? I'll eat it down here.
Okay. But in the split second that this is happening, I tear off the half the submarine sandwich and lob it at Corazon.
You should offer Liliana the sandwich. Maybe she's just hangry.
Really,
We've all been
angry
there.
for 10 years.
Fine. Basically, I need to, Liliana rather, needs to succeed on a wisdom saving throw in order to resist your command.
Okay.
Do you have a spell save DC? Oh god, this is one of the numbers absent from your sheet.
Spell save DC is 12.
All right. Basically, you're there with half a sandwich in your mouth, and you're like, in your hand, you're like, yeah,
You can surrender if you want.
Sorry, what?
She quirks an eyebrow at you. It's like, she's definitely not going to do that.
Okay.
Sorry.
It's terrible. And this sandwich has rocket in it.
You made it.
Right, in that case, Dob, you've been waiting for your magics to return to you, and now they have, in an explosion of sandwiches and light.
And then some. Okay, this is going to be a tricky maneuver because the layout of the room has changed a little bit since I was last thinking. But here's what's going to happen. Or here's what I'm going to try and achieve. All right, I'm going to run over to Lady Liliana, all kind of like, Lady Liliana, my poem, my poem. And then when I get there, with one acrobatic, balletic foot maneuver, I'm going to place my foot on Egbert's chest and skim him away. What? That's part one.
Skim him away?
You know, like I just sort of like,
You want to drop kick Egbert in the chest?
I'm not drop kicking him. I'm placing my foot and I'm
Like
just
a back heel. Like,
Yeah.
You know, like,
yeah. Moving it with momentum, like, yeah.
Thanks.
Right. Good luck.
I see what Dob's going for, and I super hope that it works. Because otherwise, I've just been kicked in the chest.
I mean, I feel like the rest of the move is happening regardless of whether or not. Egbert's a big, strong boy.
would you describe this as a dexterous maneuver, trying to kick a massive dragonborn paladin across the room?
Not especially, no.
Oh.
No, yeah, I would, obviously.
Okay, fine.
Yes, please.
In that case, we'll call this a straight dex check. What's your armor class, Egbert?
It is 17.
17?
Bring it on.
It's not my fault. Let's try and beat a 17, please.
Okay. 20.
Crit.
Okay, describe this action to me. Like, what happens? Because as far as I'm concerned, you could play keepy-uppy with him for a bit.
The leg comes up, The foot is pointed. It swivels around. It lowers down. I am basically, one foot is on point on Egbert. And then basically, using my extremely strong and prehensile toes, I grip some of his armor and slide him across the room.
And I, on my new mirrored shield, skitter across the room to
Effortlessly.
what I would describe as a safe distance, probably.
Effortlessly.
For anything that might happen.
And painlessly. And now, hopefully, if I can follow that up with a righteous thunderwave. I don't know.
You'd hope so, wouldn't you?
Sure would.
Can I get in on this 20 and, like, flip up onto my feet?
Yeah, screw it.
Sick.
And I get in on this.
Bruce Lee style.
Egbert sort of like ricochets off one wall and then ricochets into Corazon, knocking him upright.
And Egbert finishes doing a manual on his new...
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
He's like, yeah, got this. Okay, and then you just cast Thunderwave.
Yeah, okay, the most righteous one ever. Lady Liliana, you wanted a love poem. Well, here it is. And then I remember the words that Merylwen whispered in my ear just before we went into this encounter. Let me see them again. Oh, yeah. Okay. Here's your love poem. Roses are red, violets are blue. There's only one loser. The loser is you.
Very good.
They're all well now.
Merylwen's just like,
What's your spell save DC?
16.
Nope. So how much damage is she taking there?
I thought it was like 3d8 or 2d8. It's definitely some d8s. I think it's 2d20. I think it's 5 d20s.
5 d20s, is it? You know what? Yeah,
There's a lot-
screw you. Let's make it 5 d20s. 3 d20s.
There's a lot of magic in the room, right?
Yeah, go on.
Okay, so we got 18 plus 13. I hope someone is adding this up.
I mean, I'm trying.
Plus 6 plus 8 plus 15.
60.
nice.
Cool, she takes 60 points of damage, I guess. You jerk. What does that look like? She's not dead.
What? Wow.
It hurts, don't get me wrong, but she is definitely not dead.
Wicked cool. I have new respect.
Don't really fall in love with her now. That would be awkward.
Tell me what it looks like.
Okay, well, we're familiar with Thunderwave. It's an electrical cube around the target.
Definitely a cube.
Definitely a cube. So that happens. The cube is placed around Liliana and the electricity starts to crackle. It's clearly agonizingly painful. But then, as the power chords increase in volume and as a sort of like speed drumming like backing track appears to come up from the ether, the cube becomes almost opaque with electricity. There's so much electricity going on in this cube, it is no longer possible to see in. And then all of a sudden it breaks open like a solid glass cube shattering into 1,000 pieces of jagged electricity. That's what happens.
Cool. She lands some feet away. I think for the sake of, I mean, if everyone's just seen their evil overlady take 60 points of damage, they're not really going to be that keen on like continuing the fight. I think everyone else is a bit like, okay. I mean, we can probably take the rest of the day off. Liliana manages to sort of like...
Scientist, this is the best day of your life.
Oh, Christopher's absolutely... I mean, sure, Christopher was outside the cube, why not? Christopher sort of like pulls him... Not Christopher, Liliana pulls herself up and sort of swaying a bit. It's like, well, today has not gone entirely how I planned. And I will remember this. I'm going to see you all again. All of you. Especially you. She looks at Egbert.
Oh.
And you see her reach into the folds of her robe, and she pulls out a little jar with a kidney in it. She's like, thanks for this. And she grips an amulet at her neck and just...
My kidney!
She disappears.
Now begins the hunt for Egbert's kidney.
I can't believe this whole time I could have been selling Egbert's organs. I didn't know there was a market for them. I'm furious.
Well, now demand's just gone up. I mean, that's true.
Even rarer than before.
Yeah, and with that, I think Christopher Engelbert the 17th, more out of a desire to be rid of you than anything else, leads you to the exit of this facility, which leads into some form of pub cellar.
Sure.
Wine cellar, not really sure why. And yeah, that's, I mean, you made it out.
What do you say we go burn down that pub that drugged us?
I love it.
Yeah.
Hooray! Thank you very much for coming to watch this D&D Oxventure. You've been an amazing audience.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. 0.
0 seconds.
Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your MCM.